What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't something you have to chase, but something already inside of you, just waiting to be unlocked through alignment? Today's guest is on a mission to help 1,000 people become millionaire real estate investors, 1,000 share their stories of transformation, and 1,000 people rise to global visibility through stages and platforms. She's not just building wealth, she's building legacy, purpose, and power. If you've ever felt called to something greater but didn't know how to move forward, this episode is your invitation to realign and rise. Welcome back to another episode of the Pauline Chilton Show, where we explore real estate, entrepreneurship, and the inspiring journeys of people who turn challenges into opportunity. Today's guest is a true powerhouse. Lima Maclean is an accomplished entrepreneur, real estate investor, business coach, and speaker whose mission is to empower others to create wealth and legacy. After transitioning from a school teacher to a full time real estate investor to support her son's medical needs, Lima built an investment firm and brokerage that now generates six-figure monthly cash flow. And she didn't stop there. After weathering the 2008 crash and rebuilding her business, Lima now teaches people across the globe how to acquire real estate without money or credit, helping thousands achieve financial freedom and stability. She also founded the Elite Speaker Society, a platform that connects speakers with event organizers and paid opportunities to amplify their voice and reach. If you're ready to learn how to turn adversity into abundance and hear real stories for building a business and a life on your terms, you're going to love this conversation with Lima Maclean. Lima, thank you so much for being here. Your journey from school teacher to thriving real estate investor and global mentor is so inspiring. Can you take us back to the moment when you knew you were called to serve in a bigger way, not just in business, but in purpose?
Yes, I knew when I had my son, it was really, really difficult. It was a difficult time. He was in the hospital. We were in the hospital. We pretty much lived in the hospital for the first 6 years of his life. So that walk really is what built my faith. It was a faith journey. He was having brain surgery after brain surgery. I stopped counting, after 40 or 50. And it really shaped everything for me as far as trusting God. And that's how everything started for me was, with that journey. And now I know why, I went through that, and I wouldn't change it because of the type of resilience that I have now and the faith that I have, in God is, unshakable now because of that.
And how did that shift feel for you? What did that feel like for you?
It's empowering because, before I felt helpless and I felt alone, but I was never alone and definitely not helpless because when you have God, like that's really everything. And, trusting Him and really just yielding and surrendering to, the word is so powerful. So, on that journey, that's what I chose to do. And it's a decision. And now I live by faith every day. Everything I do is by faith.
You said this work isn't just about real estate, it's about realignment. For someone who's listening, who feels stuck or misaligned, how do you help them reconnect with their vision and start moving toward a life of impact and income?
Yeah, with that, again, it really is a decision. That's the first step. God, He gives us nudges all the time. We know He gives us visions. So many times over the years, I remember a lot, even now, things that God has told me to do. I write everything down. You know, the Word of God tells you to write the vision down, make it plain so when you read it, you can run with it. I write it down, and literally, I have journals after journals, but I also apply, the faith that I have, and I start moving towards those goals, whatever I have written down. And it's amazing because it doesn't matter to me how it's going to happen. I just know that once I start moving towards those goals, God always opens up doors. He brings the people there. As long as I start moving, I take the first step, He takes the step. I take the next step, He takes the step. It's just been that way. And it's really exciting to me because I'm always like really excited to see what He's going to do and how He's going to do it. So I just follow His lead and everything always works out. And that's what I mean when I say alignment. You are in alignment with God, everything flows naturally. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to, if you have a business, you don't have to even force getting clients. God will literally bring you clients. He brings me clients every day. I mean, sometimes I'll wake up and my messages, my DMs are packed with clients. And I'm just like, wow. And it was God. I remember recently, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start resting more. I need to start resting more. And a thought crossed my mind, and I'm like, well, if I'm not working as much, then maybe I'll start losing clients. No, my body needed rest. So I started going to bed a lot earlier. And the thing I was shocked, I started getting more clients. It was so funny. I was like, oh my goodness, like I was in alignment because my body needed rest. I trusted God with everything. And I had more clients, even more than, when I was working extra super hard. So it was pretty cool.
That's good.
It really flows and happens that way when you are in alignment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Through the rebirth movement and your mentorship programs, you've seen people experience incredible breakthroughs. Do you have a favorite transformation story that really shows the power of alignment and storytelling?
That's hard. I can't say that I have a favorite. The stories are so impactful. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, doing this type of work, it inspires me so much, even more than before. Like, now I'm just like, whatever God says, I'm doing it. Like, I mean, every day I get to hear and meet so many people with so many amazing stories. And I don't have one in particular because they're all so powerful. And the people are so amazing and their hearts are so, aligned with God. And it's a mission. And so God is bringing these people to me. And so I'm just excited to have that, you know, encounter with them. So.
That's so good. Lima, your 2025 vision is bold and powerful in itself, helping 1,000 people become millionaire real estate investors. 1,000 people share their rebirth stories of transformation, and 1,000 people get seen on stages and global platforms through visibility and exposure. What's fueling that mission for you? And how can people who feel called to be a part of it take that next step, especially through the Elite Speaker Society?
What's fueling the mission is, my purpose. I know that this is my purpose, and it took a while for me actually to know what my purpose was. I mean, I was just in business for years, for a long time, especially being a real estate investor. But it's like God takes everything that you've been doing, and He uses that to shape and mold everything that you're going to be doing later on. And so now, even, before, I was always a giver, but God told me that I was a humanitarian. And I was just like, oh wow, like that's awesome. So I mean, I have that now, and I know that's my purpose. And he gave me the vision, the rebirth, all of it. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm really excited about it. So the Elite Speaker Society is definitely another idea that God gave me, and it's a platform for people to get stage presence, to get visibility, to really hone in on their speaking skills, and to really take their businesses to the next level, build their digital footprints. It's an opportunity for them to really step out and get support. So, they can easily, join that group, and there's so much opportunity there.
So you were just talking about divine alignment, that when we're in position, the right people, platforms, and opportunities show up. Let's go a little more into how your faith played a role in your business journey and what practices or teachings help keep you grounded.
Yeah, definitely. That journey with my son was everything. It was the beginning of, my faith walk with God. And now, I mean, some people think I'm crazy because, I have crazy faith. So, but I know what God has done in the past, and I know what, if He tells me to do something, He's not going to leave me alone. He's there with me every step, guiding me, bringing the right people, showing me where to go and what not to go. If I make a wrong turn, I don't worry about that, because guess what? He'll show me, okay, do this to get back on track. A lot of people want everything to be perfect. I don't move that way. I just move when God tells me to move, and then everything is just lining up on its own. As long as you move when He tells you to move, everything will line up. It doesn't matter if you get off course or you make the wrong decision some type of way. It's not intentional, and He knows that, but He will line everything right back up, and everything will just run smoothly. And people will think that you're doing so amazing, but it's really not you. They're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, this person's so amazing," but it's really not you doing it at all. So that's what it's like. It's like effortless when you just do it, and then it just goes from there. Yeah.
And Lima, with everything you've accomplished and the powerful way you lead others, I imagine there must have been some books or influential people who have really poured into you along the way. Are there any authors, mentors, spiritual leaders who've deeply inspired you or helped shape your faith?
Yeah, definitely. My mother, that's definitely one. First and foremost, my mom is just, an amazing lady. She's always been an example for me. And, I adore her. She's always been so supportive, of me. Without my mom, I wouldn't be here. And I thank God for, choosing, her to be my mom. So, he knew us before we were in the womb. I'm like, thank you, God, for putting me in this womb. Because yeah, definitely. And then my grandmother, she passed like about a year and a half ago or so, but yeah, my grandmother was just like, she was a business person, she was a real estate investor, she was a nurse, she was a speaker, all that, so those were my role models. Those, like, and my mom is my best friend. Like, she supports me with everything. So, yeah, yeah.
Lima, this has been so good. For anyone listening who feels inspired and wants to learn more about working with you, whether it's through real estate, the rebirth movement, or the Elite Speaker Society, where's the best place for them to connect with you online or on social media?
Yeah, definitely go to www.elitespeakerssociety.com. Elite Speakers with an S on there, and society.com. Go to that website and join the Elite Speaker Society group. And I'm always there. It's a free group. It's free opportunity for you to really go in and get your feet wet, get onto stages. You can DM me, follow me on Facebook, Lima Maclean. Once you join the group, you can just click on admin. I'm the admin in the group, and just follow me on Facebook. There's always so much going on, and I would love for you to be a part of it. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you're seasoned. Wherever you are, definitely you want to take it to the next level. God tells us to go from glory to glory. And so definitely we can do that. So I'm here to support you. I want to meet these goals. I have the goals of helping 1,000 real estate investors, to reach their millionaire real estate investing, goals. I have a goal of helping 1,000 individuals to tell their stories of transformation for the rebirth mission. And I have a goal of helping 1,000 people to get exposure, to get onto stages, and to gain visibility, get paid speaking opportunities. So, yeah, reach out to me, help me. I want to help you.
Lima, your story, your faith, and your boldness are such a gift, not just to the real estate world, but to everyone searching for purpose, healing, and a way to step into the life they were created to live. To our listeners, if you felt that stirring today, if something deep inside you whispered, "This is for me," don't ignore it. Alignment isn't just a feeling, it's a call to rise, to heal, and to live in full purpose. Whether you're ready to become a real estate investor, tell your story through the rebirth movement, or step onto global platforms and finally be seen, this is your moment. Say it out loud: "I am aligned," and then act on it. You can connect with Lima, follow her journey, and be part of this powerful movement at limamaclean.com. And across her social media platforms, links are in the show notes. And if today's episode moved you, please take a moment to like, share, follow, and subscribe to The Pauline
Mhm.
Chilton Show. Your support helps us continue sharing conversations that inspire transformation, wealth, and purpose. We're not just building businesses, we're building legacies. Thank you for being with us today, and we'll see you next time on The Pauline Chilton Show.
Yes.